Hello again, Surfskate Land. It's been a minute, hasn't it, since I've done one of these videos outside the barn, boring you to death with stuff. But today's an exciting one, well, for me, and a little drum roll. Today is the day that I'll reveal the new deck, the Muashi. And this deck is designed to be an absolute psycho of a surfskate deck. And I've had so many messages and thank you for everybody. I'm so grateful and blessed by the love that Flowstate's getting. People asking me about the new deck and when's it coming and why is it late. And the community side of it is amazing. I just am so grateful. And I did say a new deck was coming. It took a long time. This deck's taken just shy of 9 months of prototype and prototype and prototype. And possibly some of that is my skill set isn't good enough as a rider. I'll explain what I want this deck to be. It's a really focused deck for bowls, and basically I've been skating in bowls more and more over the last couple of years and watching what other skaters do and the speed, and for me there was something missing. So just to ramble on and digress, there's now 3 decks in the surfskate line at Flowstate. The first deck I made was the Koon, which is a bit of a weird double concave, cruisy, rear truck at the back, turns off the back, and the idea was to have something that felt like a planing hole longboard, and that was just trying to be creative. That gave birth to the brand. The next deck is the Zen, and this is probably a reveal really. I shouldn't just reveal if the colours come in quite soon. But the Zen was quite a specific deck. It's got what I call a cupped concave at the front. So it's got a flat bottom and a concave, and the reason for the bigger area, and I'll show you a video now, is so that you can rotate your foot when doing slides in a bigger surface area and still have a concave to work with. So if you look at this video now, you can see how my front foot is turning 360 degrees on that front area, as well as the pressure still being over where the trucks would be. It's got a recessed tail to make your knees equal, to distribute the power in the center. It did have a slightly concave, convex tail, but I changed that because I didn't actually like it. So this is the second generation. And it's got a very progressive concave throughout, so that if you're doing drop knees or slides, you've always got the ability to use the rails to rock, and then, you know, use the surfskate trucks. But watching people in skate parks, I wanted something that turned tighter, and the prototypes are either too twitchy or felt too much like the Zen, and it was a real passion and a challenge to get the deck right. So this is the deck, just to explain what we've done. You have a very similar progressive concave, but it flattens out to what I'm calling a dished. Don't know whether you can see that there in the sunlight. It's got a dished nose, and I've added a very slight kicker. Now the reason for that is, if you're a mad talent, if you look at my rider Andre, I'll put one of his clips up now. Look at his foot position and how he lays. So you have a flat area, and I'll put a clip up now. So this allows for more progressive, there's no way for your foot to interfere, but that little kicker still allows you to have traction. So this is for bowls mainly. Unlike the Zen, where I've put the Secret Source Power Flex, the bamboo flex core, I've put that at the back of the board so that you can kick and get power through it. I've actually put the flex core at the front of the Muashi, the new deck, because what I've done is I've actually extended the tail. So this is a 32-inch deck, and it's 19 3/4 wheelbase. So it's quite a bit shorter in wheelbase than the Zen, but the deck is only 1 inch shorter. But what I've done is I've got a 1/2 inch more of the kick tail, and I've increased it to 13 degrees rather than 10. And the idea is you've got all your power to push through turns, and then your flex cores under your front foot with a little bit of kicker to keep you locked in on bowls. But the kicker at the front is also when you see people doing nut stuff, You know, it allows people to ride out fakie to get more power to then flip back. And again, the kicker with the concave will allow people to do ollies as well, which is something that people are beginning to do on surf skates. So very, very progressive. It's an absolute bold weapon. And unlike the Zen, where I've pulled the front to allow your foot to rotate, this isn't really for foot rotations, though you still can do things like Burt slides on it, obviously. I've pulled the width because, again, if I use Andre's a mad talent, right? He's got old school style and he's got progressive moves and he's just so powerful. He's absolutely a monster on a skate. He rides the Zen and he's insane on it, but I've pulled out the width to make it easier. So if I put up a picture of him doing his well, a hand plant, I'll put a picture up of the hand plant now. The width will allow easier for slob grabs, for blunt grabs, for even stink bugs. You know, the idea is it's something that you can grab and do tighter turns on. So the Muashi is an absolute bowl psycho. It will turn tighter, it will turn harder. You've got more power through the back end. It's an absolute beast. It works really well with the Seaver trucks. As I said, it was nearly just shy of 9 months of development getting it. In fact, what I'll do is I'm going to put up a quick clip. This one here is the first one I pressed and did the artwork on it today because I was so confident in the belief that I'd finally got it right, because it's been so frustrating. And I've loved the process, but it's been so frustrating having it nearly there, and again, not having the talent of people like Andre, for instance. You know, trying to envisage something that I can use in bowls and it will help me improve, and it'll be absolutely a monster in a bowl, but also will allow him to exploit his talents. I'll put a clip up of the first ride of it today, nothing extreme, just me riding around the bowl, but the emotional reaction to when I knew that I finally had it. It wasn't twitchy, it was just fast and mental and powerful, and you felt everything and the control was there. It was just superb. And you know, the differences has been millimeters differences, adding to the tail, moving the trucks back a bit, moving the front trucks back a little bit, changing the concave. The little kicker on the nose was a game changer, and you know, who would have thought? And actually, looking what Santa Cruz had done, I know it's nothing like that. And again, you know, the little kicker, because it's a surf skate, not a skateboard, gives it a bit of control. And I have made the tail narrower as well. I might as well bring that up, because when you're standing on a coping and you're doing certain tricks, looking at traditional skateboards, your foot hangs over as a brake on the coping. But also, if you look at the clip I put up earlier, where my back foot's powering the tail around, that will allow you to do that more in the air and bits like that. So this is the deck, the flowstate Muashi. It's an absolute bowl weapon, and I think it's a lovely thing to have bowl specific decks. I have a surfboard for shit surf, and I've got a mid-length for ordinary days, and I've got a tiny little nutty thing for hucking steep barrely days. And why should surf skates have one deck for all? We have lots of decks, and rather it be a fashion thing, I'm trying to come up with things that are specific. So you can have a bowl specific deck in your car, and then you can have a Zen. And you know, I love the sport. You know, you can have a bowl specific Muashi, and then you can have, you know, a carver for your every other day, and you can have a swell tech. That's what's great about this sport. They're all so different, and I love what everybody's doing. It's really good, but hopefully we carve our own little niche doing more sport specific decks. And this is the Muashi. It's an absolute psycho, and it's designed to be a beast in bowls and parks. Hope I haven't bored you too much, but that's that. Well, that's it. That's the video over. Well, I'm done. Well, you can go. There's nothing more to talk about. Video's over. Go doom scroll. Yeah, that needs bearings. I can hear that. Go. There's nothing more to talk about. If you want to know, just go on the website if you want to know prices. It's fine. Yeah, that needs a bearing as well, all right? God.